boogie 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 dance your hands off, baby.
I just want to say, and I want to say before, this is not just a Jewish mother. Okay, I'm not just a Jewish mother. I'm not Woody Allen. You understand? I'm not Woody Allen's world. Okay, I'm not, reaching, or not, what's his name? Albert Brooks with his, everyone's a Jewish mother. She's such a pain in the ass. I'm not, that's not, I am a wise, well experienced person. You understand? That's why I'm doing wisdom. I'm giving wisdom. I'm giving wellness, and I'm giving experience. That's what this podcast is about. You're welcome. Okay. With that in mind, okay, welcome to episode
3.
Shalosh. We're in our Shalosh episode, okay? And what that means is we're still finding our footing, okay? Listen to me. What a part of what makes me me is being honest and saying that, I didn't pop out of the womb an influencer. Okay. Sure. We're getting to know what works and getting to know what doesn't work. And so with that in mind, okay, I want to make sure that everyone here is aware that this isn't just a Jewish mother observations. Okay. It's not. Okay. So for anyone who thinks that, it's not. This is a chance for me to share so that you get shared with. You understand? You're the recipient of being shared with. And I'm the sharer, okay? And with that in mind, we're going to do something new. Are you excited?
Ooh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm announcing today for hopefully for the rest of the season, unless something flies off the rails or something else works better. Okay. We're going to do themes.
Ooh.
You understand? Themes and topics.
I like that.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend Nancy Wolof on the phone this morning. She did something that drove me crazy, but that's another story.
Oh.
So, I was saying, here's what I think we should do: themes and topics in the wellness space and in the space of wherever the spatial space in space in outer space in a space. In a space. We're doing in a space. Okay, in a space. So we're going to do themes, and I'm very excited. Now, I was pitching the idea like I was in Hollywood pitching an idea to Nancy Wolof. Okay. And then she got off the phone. You know what she said to me before she went? I'm going to let you go.
Okay. A little passive.
I can't stand it when you're on the phone with someone and they say, you know what? I'm going to let you go. First of all, number one, stop. You want to go, don't put it on me, okay? Stop making me you're making me the aggressor, okay? You're making you the victim. Like I've been holding you against your will, okay? So now you're saying, I'm going to let you go. Oh no, like I've been holding you hostage. Do you understand? I'm not a phone hostage to anybody. Just say you want to go. I want to go. I got to go. I'd rather be anywhere than talking to you. I can't stand you. Be honest. That's one of my themes in my life, but it's not today's theme. It's not today's theme. You know what today's theme is?
What?
Sex.
Oh, we're going there.
Started strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sex. Don't look at me that way. Because why? Are you looking at me that way? I'm in 70s. Because I'm in my 70s, I still have a vagina.
I didn't even say I was not going there. I can
tell that you have an energy that I'm not thrilled about. But before we get to sex, I want to tell you about something. It's actually related. So much of what we're doing in the second half of our lives, for those of you who are not yet reached there, you're still in the first fourth. But for those of you, is accountability. Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm right and I'm wrong. Right. Okay. And also for those of you who are just tuning in, I don't know. Wait, maybe you picked this up on this episode. I'm Beverly Ginsburg. Isn't that fun? And I am a Jewish boomer mom. Not in a grandma. And, okay, I'm a newly transplanted Californian. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts, outside of Boston, Massachusetts, Swampscott, Massachusetts. Born in Montreal, but that's a longer story.
Oh.
And now I'm here.
You're Canadian?
Canadian by birth, but I never renewed my citizenship after I moved to the States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Okay, well, what does that make you? Angry?
No, I
feel like you're accusing me of being Canadian. More worldly.
You're
very
international.
well traveled. Excuse me, I went on a safari. Okay, have you been on a safari?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Well, then you know what? We'll get into comparing who's more worldly on another time. I don't have time for your diversions, Brett, today. Okay.
I'm very sorry.
This is not the Brett podcast, the Beverly podcast. Okay. Back to my accountability with that in mind. And if you have something to say about this, then I hope it's you're forgiven, Beverly, after I'm done with this story. Okay. So why don't you practice?
You're forgiven.
Terrific. Let's talk about how I may or may not be responsible for Bill Cosby's behavior.
Oh.
So, Dr. Cosby, as he is known in some circles, he was given a PhD. I'm not mixing him up with Mr. Huxtable, okay? He was also a doctor. He was a gynecologist. I mean, that's, come on, a little on the nose. Mm-hmm. But anyway, okay? Here's what happened. Years ago, he was bartending at Temple University, and I must have been looking at colleges for my daughter at the time. I can't quite remember why I was in the greater Philadelphia area. More specifically, why I was around Temple, because that area was rough. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure. I must have been something university related. Anyway, at the time, as I recall, he was charming. He was a bartender. That's part of what bartenders do. Have you ever tended bar?
Never.
Okay. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay. But you work in entertainment? You've never tended bar or waited tables or anything like that? No. Oh, excuse me. That was successful out the gate. It can happen. Dreams come true. So anyway, as I recall, speaking with Dr. Bill Cosby, was not yet a doctor at the time. Okay. And as the night progressed, as I recall, I did have consensual, unconscious sex with him.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
How does consensual, unconscious?
Consensual. I agreed to it. Okay. That's how the first part works. Okay. Unconscious, as in I was not conscious.
Okay.
Sexual intercourse all night long with William Francis Cosby.
Doctor. Yeah.
Dr. William Francis Cosby.
Oh my.
Okay. Now, I believe that it flipped a switch.
Oh.
Okay. And I was the first. And suddenly he was insatiable. Clearly. I mean, as I know, I never saw him again. Okay. You understand? How does it work? I'll tell you how it works. It's very easy. I agreed to have sexual intercourse with him. And then what happened is I agreed. I remember agreeing. And then I bumped my head on an open cabinet in his kitchen. Okay. When I woke up, we were both nude and panting. Okay. Oh. I had agreed before I was unconscious. Do you understand? Yeah. And then I felt great because I was obviously right after the, climax. Mm-hmm. That's what happens if it's gone right.
Right.
I hope you two know that. And so for me, I knew it had been wonderful. And I said, let's go in for round 2. And he said, absolutely. I said, you got to knock me out first.
Oh.
Because how did I know it was going to be as good the second time unless I wasn't there for most of it? Do you understand? Okay. First of all, sometimes she rings a bell if she thinks it's inappropriate. That's sort of
I should have rang it sooner.
It's a safety measure. I'm not sure why, since everything I'm saying is something that I agreed to. Do you understand that I agreed to it? I understand that in consent now, you have to say, you know what we need for this podcast?
What?
An intimacy coordinator.
Oh.
So that you feel safe when I talk about sex, or if I, God forbid, touch you on the breast by accident, which I could do if I was getting up from twice before when I got up from this space at the table, I brushed your breast.
Yeah.
Once was intentional. I'm not going to lie, but I'm admitting it. So, and you don't seem too traumatized. I think you've been just fine since last week. I haven't heard a complaint.
No, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
Everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Everybody's okay. So what I'm telling, anyway, my message to all of the primarily white, sometimes they weren't, women, I'm just saying how it was based on the documentary. Okay. The documentary that we all saw, that I watched. I'm not allowed to talk about it. You look at me, I'm not allowed to talk about that. So I watched it. What I want to say to all those women, okay, is I have been there. Me may have started his proclivity. His proclivity didn't exist before I made him want it all the time. Okay. And so the switch was flipped inside of him, and that caused clearly a lot of pain and anguish for women who did not offer consent before they were
Of course.
unconscious.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely. I'm
For
open.
the second time,
Yeah.
is that when the drugs were involved, or did he spike your drink or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you
I said I
consented
don't.
to
I
this-
said, can I explain?
So I'm working on my forgiveness line. I just wanted to. I wanted
Here,
to make
let
sure
me
that
explain.
that was.
I said I'd
Okay.
like to be. I would like to do a round 2 that's very similar, but
Okay.
I have a bruise where my head hit the cabinet.
Right, you
and
don't
I-
want to get hit again.
And I can't guarantee if you hit me in another side of my head, I'm going to be knocked out the same way. This all makes perfect sense. So what I said was, do you have any, something to like a sleeping pill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they didn't. This was years ago. They didn't have Advil PM. Okay, they didn't have Tylenol PM. He gave me something much stronger. Now, in the second time, it was still good, but I woke up 4 days later. Okay. None of that is the point. You don't need all the details. Do you understand that I'm trying to tell you that I am accountable? Okay. And that is because I'm a woman in a certain era. Okay. I'm in my 70s era. And I feel like, who am I if I can't be truthful and authentic? Everybody loves being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
So after all of that, Brett,
I forgive you, Beverly.
wonderful. Okay. But you're not speaking for the women to which I'm addressing.
I don't think that's appropriate for me.
No, it's not, because men can't speak for women.
No.
They used to be able to all the time. It was a simpler dynamic back in the day. This all leads me, since we are talking about sex, my current relationship, Marshall.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Marshall, how is
Yeah.
he?
He's all right. He's all right. Listen, the thing about Marshall, okay, as you know, it's been a little complicated. I don't know if you remember last week when I told you that we had to do some sex games for me to try to elicit the truth about who he voted for.
Oh, right.
Okay. I have not. Nope. He's not confirmed anything. It is a problem because I feel like a certain level of intimacy has been lost between us. Okay. So now I feel that we're not communicating body, soul, body, mind, body. You understand? Mind, body. But what I'm hoping is it's not because, in addition to being a secret who voter, that he's also not a secret anti what. I might say
Anti-Semite.
Semite. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Okay. Let's be honest. Okay. You can't kick a bird without running into an anti-Semite these days. Am I right or am I wrong?
Kick a bird?
Well,
I haven't
that's
heard
the
that.
expression. Yeah, that's the expression. It's Canadian. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah.
So, I feel a little exposed. I feel a little nervous. I've felt that way for the past couple of years. Now, you as a half Jew, how have you felt half as anxious as I have over the past couple of years or no?
I felt a little bit half anxious. Yeah.
Yeah. And a quarter of you activated?
I don't think I've been a victim in any of this.
You know what? Okay. It's not about being a victim.
Or,
Let me ask- hang
I've
on.
not been worried
Hang
about
on.
myself, but I've noted, I have observed.
You have noticed the uptick.
I've observed.
You've noticed the uptick. There's
Sure.
a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
a little uptick.
Oh, yeah.
A little uptick.
Yeah.
Don't gaslight me, okay? There's a little uptick. You can't sit here, Dana and Brett, and say there's no anti-Semitism in the world. Stop saying that.
didn't
I would
ever
never
say
say
Stop it.
I would never
Okay,
say
I
that.
don't
We
like
never
to be.
even
But why would
gaslit.
Marshall choose to?
I don't, because I'll tell you why. Here's the truth. You want to know the truth? Marshall and I met, okay, we met in a Ralph's, okay? And we met under circumstances that were very sexually charged.
In Ralph's?
In Ralph's. And
What
it has
section?
baked goods, near the breads, it doesn't matter, okay? The point is
Paints a
that
picture.
what drew us together was not our souls as much as our genitalia. Okay, now it's been going on for a few months. It's been going on. And I'm not saying it's going poorly. He doesn't have his iPhone, his Verizon, he hasn't paid his bill, so I know he won't listen to this.
Oh.
So I can talk about it freely. So, but what I will say, okay, is that he, I don't know if it can sustain. Here's my problem. I don't know that he knows what a Jew is. So,
Okay.
but here's the other thing I realized as I was driving through fire burnt Altadena to get to you two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure you know what a Jew is.
What? I mean,
I'm going to start with.
I know.
Okay. Just hold that thought. You.
Me.
What's a Jew?
What's a Jew?
What is a Jew?
I mean, traditionally, it's someone who's just simply born into the tribe, the lineage of Jewish ancestry.
C plus.
Oh,
C plus.
But most of them I've known. I mean, my Jewish part of the family are all very secular. Most of them seems like are atheists at heart, not really religious.
Okay, part of the problem. You.
Yeah.
What's a Jew?
I agree with that.
That's the same answer?
Well, I agree with that. Or and it runs there's a range.
You've never played Jew, not a Jew in the bedroom? Never? Not once? Not once.
No.
Okay.
A circumcision.
Okay.
Does that have something?
It does, but also it
You're
doesn't.
always asking
If
me.
you had a
Well,
good,
I mean, are you? You don't have to tell anybody.
Well, I'm on a podcast right now.
So podcast is what? It's court? It's not, you don't have to. I don't care whether you, let me tell you something. When I picture your penis, and I have,
Okay.
it is circumcised, but that's
Yeah.
because you're American. Boom. Now, what is a Jew? A Jew, you're not wrong. That's why you got a C plus and not just a C. Okay?
Okay.
They're part of a tribe. Is it a religion or an ethnicity?
both.
Correct. It's a religion and an ethnicity. Here's another little secret. You want a little bit more Beverly wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay. A couple things. It was invented before there was a word for religion. Did you know that?
No.
didn't know that.
Yes, it is true. It is true. You know what? This is perfect segue, okay? Because it is March. It is March. And as we know, the Jewish holiday that always happens around March is the sexiest Jewish holiday of all time. Do you know what holiday I'm talking about?
Passover.
Oh, God, no. Of course not. Passover's not sexy. It's so sad. It's dramatic. It's full of intrigue. No. Purim.
I was going to say.
Yes. Isn't it Purim?
Jewish Halloween.
It's so Jewish Halloween. Okay. Well, you know what? That's going a certain direction. Let me tell you something.
I love
First
a costume.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Okay, there are costumes involved. Okay. But it's not because of some, pagan scaring, bullshit. Okay. It's a biblical holiday. We have so many things to talk about. I can't even tell you because sex and Jewishness go together. I'm so excited. I'm actually getting a little stimulated. You know why? I'm on hormone replacement therapy.
Ooh.
Yeah, after all these years. I didn't do it for years. And then I put a pellet in. And now my vagina gets excited when I talk about sex. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. So Purim, is the celebration of... If you say Halloween costumes, I'm going to stab you with the microphone. Okay. I hate that. It's just, you know what? It's like, you know what? I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I'm going to talk to myself for a second. Hashem, let me not murder them for their ignorance. It's not their fault. They were raised to think things that are true, some things that aren't true. And Qatar is funding a lot of the academic institutions in our country. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. Purim is this, first of all, it's a feminist, sexy holiday about a very attractive woman named Esther. Did you know that?
Oh, I did know the
My
Esther
aunt's-
part.
Esther Bresta. That's what they used to call on the schoolyard. They called it Bresta because she developed so early. Oh my God.
I had a great aunt, Esther.
Did you? Of
She
course.
was Jewish.
Named for, and was she the sexiest aunt in your family?
Actually, yeah, you could probably say that.
How about that?
She was a real...
See that? Okay, so Esther, long story short, the Persians, the Persians who, this is the ironic, this is the funny thing. Who hates the Jews more than anyone in the modern world? The Persians. Iran, what? Excuse me. They'll tell you themselves. Do you understand that Iran hates... They actually hate everybody. I mean, they hate all of us, right? They what? Why is that? Okay, tell me why that's wrong. You tell me. You don't think so?
Well, it's not ever. It's a
people-
blanket
Oh, no, not the
statement.
people.
Not the people.
Not the people.
The
Oh,
leadership.
the government.
The Islamic Republic of Iran.
That's-
the leadership.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful when we can separate the
people don't
leadership
like
from
the
the
leadership.
people?
True.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could do that to Israel too? Anyway, let's
That's
do
true.
that. Let's
Yes.
do that. Let's do that. Let's do that for everyone, shall we? Let's do
Yeah.
that for everyone. Okay, so the leadership of Persia, no one do they hate more than the Jews. Let's be clear. And the West, but mostly the Jews, okay? So this is a time when the Persians sort of took over the whole area. The whole area belonged to Persia, a lot of it. Okay, the whole area, meaning the Middle East. I'm not getting into politics and borders because I don't remember that part. I wasn't there. Oh, I might have been. My soul was there. That's another topic. So anyway, the Persians were in charge, okay? And there were Jews, and there were a couple other groups, as far as I know. Okay? But this was BCE, so it was before Christians came along. So no Jesus, Yoshki. I love to call him Yoshki. Isn't that cute? Okay, so Queen Esther was a secret Jew. Okay, actually, the story starts King Ahasuerus. Okay, terrible mouthful name. But he was a king, so nobody bullied him. So he was married to a beautiful woman named Vashti. Vashti gets a bad rap, but the truth is he asked Vashti to come and dance around in front of his friends after like a 5-day wine feast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What did Vashti do? She said, go fuck yourself.
That's good.
I couldn't agree more. I think Vashti is absolutely terrific. Vashti says, screw you, leaves with, I assume, some sort of settlement. Then what happens is Ahasuerus holds a beauty pageant. Things were done differently. Although, to be honest, it's not all that different than an app. Okay, you're not choosing Uggo from the apps. You're also getting a pageant. It's just you're swiping by instead of having to watch, all the contestants at once. So anyway, Esther falls in love immediately. Okay, she's the one for me. Now, what he doesn't know is her cousin Mordecai, or it might have been a stepfather. I don't know. They were all the same thing back then. Mordecai. Okay, had put her up for it because he suspected that this Persian political system was going to turn against the Jews because that's what people do. Okay, so he gets her married he falls in love. He marries Esther. He's in love with Esther. And what do you know? A son of a bitch named Haman. Okay, he's the bad guy. Haman, sound familiar? Hamantashen. We'll get there. Haman is his advisor. Okay. And so his advisor is a son of a bitch who doesn't like Jews at all. Okay. He's like the Nick Fuentes of the time, but he's not unlike Stephen Miller. Unfortunately, Stephen Miller's Jewish, but we can't claim him completely. No. It's not been great. Okay. I don't want to get into Epstein right now. We'll talk about it another time, or Madoff or Elizabeth Finch, but we'll get into it another time. Jews, listen, when you do a lot of good, you have people that do a lot of bad. That's just, it evens out. Do you understand that we have our villains, we have our superheroes, and then we have our villains, okay? That's just comes from being a people that's not afraid to make strong, bold choices. So anyway, Haman gets in Ahasuerus' ear because he doesn't like Mordecai. Mordecai, he says, bow to me. And Mordecai says, why not, again, go fuck yourself. First of all, as I'm told, Haman was wearing an idol. Okay. Oh. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jews are what in relation to idols?
Are what in relation to idols?
It's a very simple question. Maybe I didn't.
You're not supposed to worship any idols.
Look at who just bumped his grade up to a B-.
Yeah.
Jews don't worship idols. You understand?
Yeah.
Or statues or kings. Okay.
Yeah.
Jews worship Hashem, which you can't really see, but you assume is here and there and everywhere. It's in all of us, okay? You understand?
Yeah, okay. I do.
So monotheistic. So anyway, he doesn't want to bow. Haman's got some, I imagine it's like the tiki from the Brady Bunch, but I cannot, that's just in my mind, that's what it is. And he says, bow to me. And all Mordecai can see is, first of all, I see a tiki. I'm not bowing to your tiki. Mm-hmm. Take your tiki. Please, out of my face. He says, no, Haman doesn't like this. No, what does Haman do? Generalizes and said, all Jews are disobedient motherfuckers. So he goes to Ahasuerus and says, let's go. Let's get this plan in action. Ahasuerus, listen, he does a lot of wine feasts. He's sort of like...
It's like a lush.
Yeah, well, he's more of like, he's like one of those Greek people, like a bacchanalia. Let me tell you something why I respect him. He's king and he's actually enjoying being king.
Yeah.
You know, some people, they get to that kind of position and they're going to make it work. He's actually, I mean, I appreciate that he's like, look, some of this is for publicity. I have to show them that I'm enjoying myself. It's not the point, okay? And yes, I know I said that Jews don't worship kings and that they had a king then, but they still not. She's not worshiping. Nobody's worshiping him.
No,
okay?
they just are enjoying his vibe.
Thank you. So, so Mordecai says to Esther, do me a favor. You've got his ear because of your magic. You know what I mean? She's in there. He's head deep. Okay, he's probably he loves doing it to her. Oh, that's the sexy part. He just can't get enough. As in my mind, he just can't stop pleasing her, which is very Talmudic. Okay, maybe you don't know this, but the Talmud, which is the grade back down, it is the commentary on the on the Old Testament.
Yes.
It's a commentary. Okay,
Right.
it's
a lot
like
of questions.
it takes about 7 years to get through.
Whoa,
okay, I know this because I almost signed up for a Talmud class at Wilshire Boulevard Temple, and I said I cannot make that kind of commitment.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It seemed like a lot. Anyway, so the point is
very misrepresented too.
Well, it's misrepresented, but the interesting thing is, how can you every single argument in it is contrary.
Right.
So it can be misrepresented, but then you're going to find the argument for the representation and the misrepresentation in that's what makes it
it's
so
a dialogue.
correct. It's about struggling with the truth and nobody knowing what the absolute truth is. So they I got lip gloss on my poofy thing. So the Talmud says you're supposed to please. The wife is supposed to orgasm first. That was what I wanted to say, just to make sure that everybody here knows that for after I leave, or while I'm here. It's up to you. I'm not judgmental, and also I might take a nap on your couch.
Feel free.
So what I'm saying is he's pleasing her on a regular basis. She's pleasing him in a very appropriate sexual fashion. And so she's got his ear, because let's be honest, that's when people listen. That's when men listen, you know, when they're nude and with you, when they pay attention. You could say anything you want. You understand? So he said, use your wiles to get him to call off the execution of all the Jews. And she did, and saved the Jewish people of Persia. She saved the Jewish people of Persia so that in 1979, the Shah could come the Shah could fall and the Islamic regime could take over and kick all the Jews out again. And that's why Beverly Hills has such a vibrant Persian community now.
Wow.
Happy Purim.
That makes sense.
Happy Purim.
Wow.
So one of the treats that we eat for Purim is the Hamantashen, which is
the triangle cookie.
The triangle. Now, here's what I'm going to be honest. I'm 100% honest with you. I never understood if Haman, because it's modeled after Haman's hat.
Oh, yeah.
But that to me is very colonial American. Like Ben Franklin wore a tricornet hat, and we don't eat, on the July 4th, we're not walking around tossing Hamantashen into the air. No. So I'm a little confused as to how that tradition started. But I will say that I do think it's a very sexy holiday.
And that seems like a fun cookie.
It's a fun cookie, a fun holiday.
I think it's a fun cookie.
Oh, so the Halloween part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So for reasons unknown to me.
Okay.
Children dress up as all the characters from the Purim story. Okay, it's like, really, it's truly like Queen Elsa and Queen or Princess Anna. That's why you see the Vashtis and the Esthers. To me, it's a little slutty. You know, it's like you're basically dressing as, hey, king. Look, you know what I mean? But that's all right. That's okay. And the boys sometimes, they're either Haman, Ahasuerus, or Batman. So that's how that sort of walks out.
Trifecta.
So do you have any questions about Purim that I can answer for you?
To be honest, I kind of lost track of some of that.
You didn't follow that? Were you pushing buttons?
It's a lot of information.
It's not a lot of information. She saved the Jews of Persia.
I got the sex part at the end.
Well, that's
that
what she used sex to save the Jews of Persia.
Yeah.
What's confusing?
I guess where the costumes come in.
I told you I don't know. Okay. But it seems like they wanted to make the holiday a joyful, fun masquerade.
Are you supposed to have sex on that day?
You're supposed to have sex all the time. But I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the holiday, but why wouldn't you? Why are you so... Can I ask you a question? Brett, you seem very prudish. And I say that, you don't have to listen. I just want to know if you're comfortable.
What? Why
are you
do I
comfortable
seem...
with your sexuality or no? And
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Have you ever made love to a man?
No.
Have you ever made love because you're homophobic?
No. I'm not homophobic. If I defend myself as it makes me sound homophobic.
Brett, there's a whole generation of people that is very angry with you. You've just outed yourself as very homophobic.
Because I haven't had sex with a man?
Have you had to turn down a man?
Yeah, slightly. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. I got you. I got you where I want you. So let me ask you a question. Which part of making love to a man is the most repulsive to you? Don't answer. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm pulling your chain.
It sounds great.
I'm pulling the chain.
I wish I was
Let's not
interested
go
in it.
crazy. It doesn't sound great. If it sounded great, you would do it. Okay? I'm going to be
You can
honest.
play video games after and
Can I tell you
hang
something?
out.
No, that part is great, but you don't
Yeah.
have to make love to each other to do that. Okay?
That's true.
I'm going to tell you something. I've had more than one opportunity to be a lesbian. Okay? And I love lesbians. The more masculine they look, the better. For me, that's my choice. That's my preference. It's not because I think feminine lesbians are unappealing. It's just that the idea of putting my face in their folds is not, it doesn't do anything for me. It's actually not disgusting. It just doesn't make me excited. I'd like something to come in rather than put something out in. Yeah, I want it to come in, not put
Have you
it.
ever or no?
Of course I have, but that was years ago. Actually, I hate to tell you something, it was at a Purim carnival.
It was.
So Purim carnivals back in when my children were little, okay, were in a temple social hall. Okay, they don't do them anymore. Or maybe they do them, but I'm telling you they're not the same. Now they probably have a giant iPad that you take a picture that sends a picture to your computer at home, right?
It's like trunk or treat.
What's that, trunk or treat? That's for Mormons.
Trunk or treat
It's for
is
Mormons.
like that.
It's for Mormons.
I don't like it.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Where did you come across it? Not in your childhood.
No, trunk or treat is like
Mormons.
probably.
They do it in the Mormon parking lot.
I don't like it.
Right in Armenia. I mean, Glendale. They do it right there. And it's the Mormon.
Doesn't everyone do it now for Halloween?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what you mean?
ridiculous.
hate that.
It's what they do. They fill a trunk with candy and morons
Right.
let the children walk around to cars.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
you're not-
inhale exhaust while you're getting a Milky Way.
Because you're not supposed to go to houses anymore or
What?
something?
That's not why.
Oh, that's not why?
I thought it was.
Oh,
I thought
God,
it was.
you
I
two-
thought it was a safety thing.
And I think it was also like a COVID thing, but then they kept it up.
I sincerely hope that the two of you do not have children. And I'll tell you that, not because I don't think that you could figure it out, but it's going to be a lot of work. Just the mental load. Okay. We'll get into
I don't
it.
like trunk or treat.
Well, okay, but if all your kids' friends are going to trunk or treat, what are you going to do? You're going to resist?
No.
Because your child's going to hate you.
Yeah.
So anyway, forget trunk or treat, okay? When I'm talking about the Purim carnival, stop being anti-Semitic, okay? I'm talking about at the Purim carnival. First of all, here were the two favorite things at the Purim carnival. Number one, okay, there was always a kiddie pool filled with goldfish that you could snag a goldfish, and you came home with a goldfish, and your mother was furious, because now she has to buy a fucking. Let me tell you something. Fish are the most depressing pets. Like, that's not a pet. If you can't pet it or touch it, why do you want it? It doesn't want to be there. It wants more water than you can provide. So
that's true.
Number one. Number two, they always had a haunted house. And the haunted house was not anything other than you have to walk backstage you have to go up the proscenium. There's always a stage in these social halls that either, gold trim on the velvet, horrible curtain, and you go in, everything's a fire hazard. And you go in and some Hebrew school teacher blindfolds you, which illegal. You can't do that now. You can't blindfold a child and take them to a dark area. Like, think about how 70s this is.
Yeah.
You took them in the back and then you put them in and you said, put your hand in my bowl of eyeballs, and you put your hand in,
I've done that
and it's
before.
grapes or whatever. Or here's the intestines and it's noodles.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was running it with the Hebrew school teacher. Okay, one particular year, my girls must have been in 6th grade. Okay, now as you can imagine, one of them thrilled to be there. Loves anything social, even though nobody wanted to be her friend, Lainey. And the other one was probably giving blowjobs in the temple parking lot. So I'm in the back, okay? And we're setting up. We're just setting up. The carnival has not opened yet, okay? Mm-hmm. And says something in Hebrew because she's Israeli. Everybody calm down. It's where she grew up. And she's Moroccan. Her family was kicked out of Morocco, and then she lived in, not getting political.
Sephardic?
Either that or Mizrahi. The same.
Yeah.
Sephardic is the Spanish Portuguese.
Yeah.
Mizrahi is all of the
Moroccan.
Arab Jews that had nowhere else to go. So anyway, she winds up in Israel. She says something in Hebrew. I said, "What?" She said, I said, "I can't understand you." Okay, I don't speak Hebrew. I can't even read it phonetically. They didn't teach girls when I was in
Is that right?
Hebrew school. That's correct. That's why I never had a bat mitzvah until I went with the group that I went to when I was separated and I made love to Yasser. Another story. You heard it already.
You said, yeah.
So I'm backstage with and I don't know if she was experimenting because it was exciting for her to be in the United States at the time. She wound up staying in the area. But, she put her hand right on my breast. And I felt that she was, to me, I didn't know if it was medical or if she was trying to compare hers to mine. I don't know, because again, we're not speaking the same full language. But before I knew it, she put her mouth right on my nipple.
Really?
Yeah. She pulled my bra down and put her mouth on my nipple. Now, did we complete? Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
did?
We went to completion.
Oh,
but I'm
wow.
telling you, I didn't enjoy I enjoyed the completion, but the completion was because my head was on, in my mind, a penis jumped into my mind. If a penis jumps into your mind while you're making love to a woman, you might not be a lesbian. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe.
even mind testicles. I like testicles. They're like two little short, squat mini penises behind the big one. It's like the backup band. That's why I like them. Okay, so so yes, as a matter of fact, I have. Okay, and I
Okay.
guess that makes me less homophobic than you at the end of the day.
Oh.
Now, just for a little bit. Okay. So where's the blasphemy of God? Some medieval rabbis. This is important since we're talking about sex. Okay, even allowed forms of contraception which otherwise might be forbidden, so that couples could engage in sex for pleasure.
Wow.
That's in the Talmud. So what I'm trying to tell you is you can find an argument in the Talmud to back up whatever you want,
Sure.
except for like I don't know, smothering someone with a pillow. That feels like it's always off limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as long as we're talking about sex, just so you know, sex makes children, and I have a little update on my daughters, Lainey and Rachel. Okay, when we last left Lainey, the fraternal twin with the two lazy eyes, she was stalking my friend Nancy Woloff's very successful son in New York, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, he has agreed not to press any charges.
That's good.
It's wonderful, though it would have been within his right to press charges because what she sent to him and then his wife was very inappropriate. So she's back in a treatment facility, okay? And I'm going to Zoom with her in a couple days. So she's getting help.
That's good.
It is good. Saying there's a loneliness epidemic before you start judging my parenting, looking at me like that.
I'm not judging.
Something. It's not my fault that she's lonely or she's growing up with a phone. It's not my fault. That's
Yeah.
Steve Jobs' fault. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Don't look at me that way. I don't like being judged. It's not appropriate. I'm teaching you how to behave. You're welcome. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Now, Rochelle is indeed, and I know because I got the bill on my Amex, doing IVF to freeze her eggs for the boyfriend.
Oh. It's
It's
expensive.
It's not cheap, but it's worth it. If I have to buy my grandchild, I will buy my grandchild. I could not be more excited. I have a whole little outfit all picked up, but I called the facility to ask if I could dress up the eggs.
Oh.
So that I understand because you'll know, look, if you can get a teeny tiny onesie sort of on the machine and see if it, how it feels.
Oh, yeah.
Then you'll know.
Sure.
Then you'll know the personality and the sex. I just feel like it's wonderful. So, just one quick question before we move on to the fact that I'm actually very sad. This is not sex related, but I happen to be. Well, it is sex related because I was masturbating when it happened.
Oh.
And listen to me. I don't want to hear your judgment about an older woman who is on hormone replacement still feeling desire. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you seem, I don't know what your
No,
hesitation
I'm
is.
not-
It
I'm
feels
not-
like your generation's supposed to be sex positive. Am I
I'm
wrong?
very sex positive. I think it's great.
Wonderful. Then may I go on?
Yes.
Okay, so I was using a flashlight because I couldn't find my vibrator. And anyway, the point is I happened to look, I got very animated. Okay, like sometimes my left leg goes out a little bit. Like Kermit the Frog when he's being when he's being evaluated for a medical condition.
Yeah.
And I knocked over Shayna Punnam's urn.
Oh no.
My Bichon Frise that I had for 7 full beautiful years, many years ago. I would feed her an egg every day. Okay, that's what she wanted.
Okay.
And her heart burst. Okay, so she died. It was so traumatic, I can't even tell you. I mean, it happened in the kitchen. I almost had to sell the entire. I should have sold the house right then, but I didn't. I stayed in it, and every time I would go to that spot, I felt cold. I could feel her presence.
Like fully haunted.
Yeah. So I just want to say, I want to put it out there that because, there is a loneliness I could, and I'm lonely sometimes.
Did you finish? I'm just curious.
You mean masturbation?
Yeah.
Of course.
So, and then you had to clean up the ashes and everything.
Yeah, I did. Once you get to a certain point in your session, you can't stop.
Yeah.
If you stop, you'll get, for men, it's blue balls, and for women, it's blue.
Is there a word for it?
Blue hole. So you can't do that. So it's dangerous for your physiology.
Your
I don't know if you know
area.
that. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, look, I think we've all learned a lot today. I think that we all know that Purim is a sexy, fun holiday for everyone.
Yeah.
And it does involve children dressing up. So maybe learn to hold 2 thoughts at once, America and beyond. Learn to know that something can be both sexy and appropriate for children, as long as you put the wall between the thoughts. Put a boundary that has a lock. Okay, it's like Bob Saget. May he rest in peace. He could be filthy, filthy, dirty, and then he could be America's dad. You understand? He wasn't using America's dad to be filthy, dirty with children. He was filthy, dirty with other comedians and with big audiences and with full hairy men. And he was talking about his penis and erections and women and effing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then with children, he couldn't have been more appropriate. So what I'm saying is Purim is like Bob Saget. Keep the boundary, okay? Let children dress up like sexy princesses, but don't think of them as sexy. Think of them as feminists.
Yeah.
Right? Like sluts now. We don't shame them. We're proud of them.
That's true.
Isn't that true? Unless they're in a burqa, and that's also empowering. Yeah, I would hit the bell. Yeah, sure. It's a complicated. Listen, the world. I think what we know is the world is complicated. Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to keep on learning what a Jew is because you've just opened the door a little bit to learning. That's good. And if you don't continue to learn, I'm going to call you an anti-Semite. So I'm going to say that. And I'm also going to say that to make the world a better place, so you can think for a moment about what it is you think you'll be able to do to make the world a better place this week. I know I'm going to do something, and I was inspired by Altadena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Gonna make a donation or?
Oh God, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to. It was really the fire part. I'm going to start lighting the Shabbos candles every week.
In a safer way, you mean? Or
yeah. Well, I mean, I've never heard of anyone starting a fire because of Shabbos candles.
Yeah,
so, but
you never know.
It is the destruction of this area that inspired me. It made me think of fire. It made me think, I should light the Shabbos candles. Why shouldn't I? It's a nice thing to do to just take a moment and remember that I'm a sexy Jew once a week. Okay.
You like really A to seed.
Huh?
A to seed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just be safe when you light, maybe blow them out when you leave the house.
Oh, you can't do that. God will punish you. At least that's what I was told. You know what? That's not true. Yeah, you should blow them out. Actually, in this area, you know what? Here, if I were going to do Shabbos candles in Altadena, I would do like an electric.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be here. This is terrifying. I am terrified. Do you think you'll be doing anything nice this week?
I guess. Well, I mean, like what you said, like Altadena, like go to some local restaurants and like help out the businesses.
Oh, you're going to help out the businesses by getting a nice meal for yourself?
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
wonderful.
it's a win-win.
And let me guess, you're going to take Brett with you and he's going to pay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you make love this week, I want you to think of me. Okay?
Okay.
We will see you next week for more The Beverly Podcast. Okay. Okay, if you aren't subscribed yet, don't make me yell at you, okay? You can do the kosher monthly plan for $4 a month or the kosher yearly plan for $40 a year. You get episodes early, you get ad-free episodes, and you get access to additional Beverly content, including but not limited to mini episodes of my original true crime series, Finding Finchy, where I am determined to track down Elizabeth Finch, the cancer faker from Grey's Anatomy, and make her apologize to me for giving me the idea to fake cancer. If it weren't for her, I never would have done it. The Beverly Podcast and Yodcast are executive produced by Dana Wickens. Engineering and a bunch of other stuff is done by Brett Morris. Social media management is handled by Shannon Locke. And additional support and development for the Beverly Podcast came from the Jewish Writers Institute and the Maimonides Fund. So yeah, you got it. The Jewish World Controllers have their hands all over this too. Scary.
Boogie 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 boogie. That's how